mangai na hian ramri anei lawa in mangai turin mun khata omkher angai lo ma se he ti man ngai khop be se lo thil hi in mangai na huanga thleng ve chok atong tu ero mitlem te chau an ni kar hlan lutuk awanga in tong ngai reng lo tur ngai te je sang trong sang le nam sang ni awanga leng don ngai lo tura in ngai na ang chi te hi mel du zong nei chin teril ru athil bet tlat ani ma se heng har chat na zong ne a in kobrem ta hi khovela mitlem te an oma chung mi te chan chin chuan nga event po a hlo thin har sat tak le ro khol tak pal tlanga nupa anin siam dan phei chu khovela mangai na thon thungai nom ber engnore nama in anore zolo khopa mi thin lunga in to het ani thin chutiang mangai na thon thungai nom le danglam bik mi te nga event chu tun chuma hian in tan liao kan ron chhop chuak don khovel let liam om North Carolina khonula ro sile Tuipui D tlangval Taitea te in ton dan chanchin hi angai noma mangai na maksak dang dai theu neu lo ti po ni ila a om lo lem lo borwa ka po angil pop po a kilometer sing khat sang thum za thum le som thum panga zeta inkar hlat te hi engtin nge anin chu kha tana engtin nge in nei tura anin rem om na mun in let ling hlau khosak phung in le thok te hi engtin nge pum khat an lo ni thei khovel ramro pui ber america nula hian Tuipui D a eng har sat na nge ato ti te an hne na tang nge in tu na hian puan chwa in aum don ta e clear tu te chi bai vek ule tun chuma hian tun lai social media a ti tamber meeting event lo riau thil a oma american nula Tuipui D tlangval pasalaron nei ta ro sile tai te komna hun chadak kan nei dona ama sa in an manin hmel shatian hun kan nei photange Taitea hi a pum chu efl rampana ani a Tuipui D tlangval ani a Rose Graves ani a North Carolina achanga local ani zona zo tur tam takan omanga ama sa in soidu jok chu an mani kan kom chan tak hi sap ngai chan wang ngor te ani lawa an mani po in hetlaya ron chut hi an jam ve a an she ve a mai ro chu an chungchang social media te alo dara an in ton dan te games online games kal tlanga in tong ti te soineu neu atama zel din thubol tam tak nen an tan po comment chen khat ero chu han chian nuam lo te po om ve thaya an mani hne na chang hian an chungchang thu dikhi chat kan tum don ani chi bai ule zona in zot chan meng o tai te in chungchang a hian soineu neu te atama comment te po atama ni inin ton dan dik tak hi shata chak oma engen in ton dan dik tak hi ni le
nia kanin ton dan chila nia soi factor har sa ve de le pa soi tam the jong la kina man soi tur ngai tai la Facebook a hian maybe 6 years ago friend request min ron thana chuan asan chu khang lai vel khanin tha enge maram tha vel khala ve thina wang khanin ka thalak vel ka lo mu ve a chuan friend request min thana tang jong kanin friend a chuan kanin kom chho ta ni kanin kom chowa chuan ne games online games an soi tak lai ka soi fiang ha lo kharem chuan ka soi hal tlang ve ka nge o online games pa ngai ang tiang kha ting lai PUBG tiang che mani e ka tiang kha kan khel lem lo wa kini games kil kha chu dang lama world quiz ti te American quiz tu na khelang kan tia ti khan American quiz ka sia jong te kha ka zo ta thian online games chu ani ve thei thawang min online games an ti lu chuan American quiz Indian
khalai khan zona kalo siam lo kanga online game santi khan tun lai chalai tam takina kan boy pui PUBG ti le online game sang khami kal tlanga in hmel sha ta lo in nei tamei ang khan ti atam ta ni chu thudik ani lo ti na ni mo
ka tinga chu ni chelo masale game sa tangin an lo ti ni ka chu nen thawa kai ngai zon ma ka chu an khela ma se te tuna application games somchi PUBG tiang chen manang hi ni lem lo ka ni chu world quiz te mathematics quiz te chungla chen school ka thola nia khatiang quiz anga he na pang ho zirlai bu mi te ka zot thin ni yan quiz ka sang ram da European quiz political quiz mo geography ti kan khel thina chu tiang chu
achina chuan educational games ani ber ani mo
de ber chu kan ngon chu chuan ka chak zia swing ya ka chak zia chuan
chu in hnia shat chho dan
kan in kong fan hu ni kan khel ta ka chu ka ma sa kan lai zon hwa ngai zon hwa ni chu tum ni le chan ve chu ka tiang han ni kan bia games po kan khe ma se tu na game sang hi ni lawa chuan game sang khe na sa ve thova chuan ka va be man ni chu
tu lai chong takin
chuan ka du lu che say I love you ka mangai che ka tia mangai ve am ka tia do you love me and abani khan I don't know hello tia okay you love me one day in tikne mo jam mangai ve thawang ka tia yeah and then after that she loved me after that so mangai ve ni mai she can say more about the love story
okay
she tam jok sai tam thai jok amai hi
Rose, can you please tell me how you met with each other?
Well, back when I was in my 20s, I was modeling a lot. I was a model in America. I was also a welder, and I was a writer. So I basically did many things. One of my photographers that I worked with, his name is Prem.
Yeah.
He's from Mizoram, and he came to America to get his doctorate and to basically be a photographer and be into the sciences. His picture that he did of me, he posted, and him and Rampana was, or Panakeko, Pana, he was friends with him, mutual friends.
Yeah.
So I saw his art. I didn't even know what he looked like. I just saw his photography. And I was
through Facebook.
I drew photography at the time.
Through a Facebook group, and I was one of the models, and I was like, man, that's some good photography. So I clicked on his request friend, and I took a screenshot and used his butterfly picture that he did for my screensaver because I thought it was pretty. I didn't even know if he was a boy or girl. I didn't know anything about him. I just thought, wow, this is a really pretty picture. And then so that's how we actually initially met, is through Prim and modeling.
Asoi ta kan khan an shot dan tak chu thalatu photographer Indian photographer Mizoram piang oma thalak lama tuimi Facebook a group pakhata anom hawa a thalak prem ania a ming chu prem thalak te hai a pasal rampana thalak te ta chang khan anin hre chawatin prem chuan America Dr. Zir Turin azuk oma Rosi modela amanga chuta thala ka changchuan anin hre chho chan ani tin Rose hi America chuan na tho poimo tak tak anei ve a lekhabu ajiak to a lekhabu te achwa to a mingin tin welding lam ti mi ti thiam mi ani boka tin she is a tattoo thiam kan ti hi ani boka music te po athiam tel boka chu kulaya anatho chinte ani. So Rose, you've known each other as a mutual friend for years, almost 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
How did you fall in love with him?
Well, he told me I loved him, and I told him no. And then he said, it's okay, you'll love me one day. And so I'm like a sucker for intelligence.
Yeah.
I have a very high IQ myself, and when he spoke, he was a teacher at the time, and he kept challenging me to these games. And his mind was like kind of attractive, and I was like, wow, this guy's kind of cute. And he was like very patient with me, very genuine, always told me like very vulnerable. He told me things about himself. He was very open. I started to learn him as a person, and the fact that we're both kind of tribal people, I knew my dad would approve. And when I found out that he was Mizo, I was like really like interested and very like, oh, that's really cool. So like everything I learned about him after that, it was just like a snowball effect. It just kept getting more cooler, and he became my best friend. And he was right. One day I loved him. So
That's right.
Chan changin hun rei takanin koma chan chaber Rositan chuan chan chaber ani hialani ti chuan mail in mu haulawin tun lai thiam na mangin Facebook te internet mangin anin koma online game kan ti apo khan game tunlai chalai te boy pui game ni lo khan mathematical game te educational game te an khel du china ti chuan an lawin ngai na chhauta zela ton din hon hian thleng ta oh who proposed you first
For marriage?
yeah for in day tur hian in tunge som ma chatu zok
me
oh an pahni nen ti ve tat mai he pana propose you first
Yeah.
when
Yeah, me.
anh ti ka nge
Okay, so for a year he didn't talk to me. Then
Yeah.
for another year he played games with me,
Yeah.
like just to, break the ice. And then after told me he liked me, 2 weeks later he said, "You're gonna be my wife."
yeah
And I said, "No, I don't know you like that." And he was like, "No, you're gonna be my wife and you'll love me." I'm his wife now, and I love
You
him.
accepted.
I love him.
maybe 2020
No,
tun mai mai thil chu ani lo ti na ni mo tai te
18.
18 October.
It was 18,
Yeah,
2018.
October. Yeah.
When he told me, "Oh, you're gonna marry me. You're gonna be my wife." Yeah.
kum sang ni som pariat July October in ni tumin thuan lo thlung chan to ani and so when did you make up your mind to come to this place
Well, I had already had thought about moving abroad and welding, and I have this invention for mudslides. I really wanted to come across these and work on that. So I was thinking Thailand. But when he told me Mizoram and he started to help me learn about the land and the hills people and everything, and I was just like, man, this is it. And it just so happens that I think God makes everything happen for a reason, and it just so happens that my best friend, the man that I am in love with, he's Mizo and he lives in Mizoram, and I'm already like that's where my life was going, but I didn't know I would come to Mizoram. I was thinking like somewhere else, but then me and him were friends like 5 years before I had even started saving to move abroad. And yeah, he was very adamant, and yeah.
America changa ramdanga Mizoram ron culture hian ani ang te po alo khol ve a chian thaber le ami pahmangai omna ron kal hi tun hnai me a thil tum ani lawa a hun engamati chen alawin ram man lok ve to ani and I knew that you sold all your things, your cars, your house.
Yeah. Well, I didn't sell my house. I gave my house away.
Yeah.
Because some people I knew from Texas. Now I've never been to Texas, but I know some people that are from Texas. They lost their house in a hurricane. So I had this huge house. I just made the decision that I'm gonna move to Mizoram. So I gave my house away they had kids, they didn't have nowhere to live. So
And the trucks, you gave my trucks away. Your cars away.
I sold one of them. I had 3 cars. I had like a big truck, tracker, and SUV, and I had I can't remember what it was, but I sold one of them, and what was it? A Honda, I think. So yeah, it was a Honda. So I sold that one, and then so I ended up giving away a lot of my stuff. I sold all my tools. I had a lot of tools because I'm a welder.
Chuan America abung ro nei ang akarte a motor a truck te a manrua na thon manro welding na manrua zongjong te tiralin helaya Mizoram a igim hwamin sal aron neya a hwaisin pokati hle maya kong le lama chuan. So what is your real intention before coming to Mizoram? Do you come here to settle down?
Yeah.
Are you going back to America?
To visit?
Yes, to visit. Or to settle down there?
No.
Just to visit.
Yeah, we will not be living in America.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We'll live here.
Ani le Taitea kan zot le chenga Taitea tamani inin nei inu pachung changa hian social media po comments tam taka oma chen khat phei chu chiarnam lo de to po ani ve me thei ani a chen khata chuan Rosie hi go a khwalzin angin akala poisa ani to lawa mizo tlangval pasala anei tami ni angte po khan an sui khang te khai lo she ve rengem
Ni hey chen de kal tlang hian manin lo en vek man lo mai lan screen so tamen ron thon ve zela kan lo mu ve zela comment te hi
hangkha iril ru dina tu te um chinem khatiang comment khan
lem lo ve
chuti mo
an ngai da nan soi ka
thil soi hi tama thil ri chang lawa soi hi tama
pani hian kale sak zela ni po hi zana hian comment kan chir hian mình chỉ lim thiền vô ngày nông thiền comment thôi chứ
le ani tak chu ti chuan in lo in nei ta ni engkim adang lama mi zia te chen na mun engkim dang lama ni a khata khanin in pahnia khanin chung zong zonga chuan har satna ani American in ani a nang mi zo tlangval le lo ni a kan kho sak phung kan engkim lawin ang lawa khan har satna te point tok ve nge narin ama khata khanin engtin nge khang har satna te ka in ma chon a shom viawem
nia tắm của mấy tắm lầu thể lỗ mà cần rất thâu nga mình zo à po antinan ai zo là thế mà ông thầy đều ba ngày đó cho nên sẽ thế mà khán là gì đều thầy mấy thầy cái này cho thỉnh trang à cho po har sát thế bên cái ông ta anh em mà lấy invest là cho nó sản xuất tụi các chỗ mang thì cái mi giống giống anh rất hiếm ăn tira ni aron thlan tira mizo cho event tum ngia la tuma ipo ya rice zing client event ngat ngata ma se pumla min lo tur lawa ti khan azing cho lam panga dai kan han thak le ti khan mo conflict te ti khan het dai lama ja boy lo thei big lo thingtlang atang pe chuang ngai to lo har box ya nakina kan la soi thui thawanga he min interview tu ma mi ngai po kan thian no nia ti hian thil tam tak ei tur te ngai to ska tiang kha tam tak mun dang tang pon mo ngai sak ngai na chena om thin thingtlang atang chuan hasana om ve thin ma se atum ve ma hian ti thei ve sam ze lang vel do hian kanom ria in siam rem na ama lama mo ve na sa atum po tum kop nei
ani zona kan zona ria hang kan le ko kan zo to a che khan inin ton dan kan soi to a inin ngai na chau dan te in lo in nei chau zel dan te nam dang nu pui nei i lo ni ta ni ta khanin nuam lo ti na te enge mo in nei nam dang nu pui nei han ya
ka set thim cho man nuam lo ti na po ne ka mangai tak kha ka nei kha ni ve me ti kha ka ri ro zo no ma mangai tak ka du ber khak ka nei ve top me ya ti zong hian ka lalu tuk vak lem lo nam dang zong hian mo mi pa in me che mi pa nei chon tiang zong phang ka lo wat tuk vak zong la ke ma ka ri ru tlang ta ka soi chuan kanin mangai chuan tu pho hi in mangai la ke nei chon pathian in mishinga vek me che mishing vek kan ni hi ka ti me ya khadi zong han ka le mai chu tiang zong chen ka lo ngai to vak lo
ni tak chu la le so this is for Rose. Any regret coming to Mizoram married pana? No regret.
Zero.
Ain cheer lo Mizoram malo kala pana pasalaron de hi Taitea pasalaron de hi ain cheer lo ani le Taitea kan zot le chenga ti chuan in nei tum khan in omta in nei tur in pui tur khan i som ta ani chuan America chang khan kong thui tek ron zo ngai omani thil boy pui ngai po tam tak omang karinga khata khan in engtin nge mai lak chaudan te engtin nge America chang helai lo then dan kong kha min shil te che
nia ping lo sang ni le som ni pandemic aron om tir khan visa dir ma salon thona ticket da lak ma sak pe ka September tharon flight turin ani som ni ron flight tur khan
flight ticket ala ta phota
flight ticket ka ala visa ni apply ya
Twice.
Pandemic avangin visa unaccept ta sila wa ti khan a visa kan set up mu thei ta sila wa a thona ticket po chu choi thon ta ngo ta ta sang som ni chuan visa mu ma chu thona ticket la to su ka tia han nak le trang chuan ka cousin ka u hi USA ko na oma chung ko incident sim le in Zavania chuan chu lo ngai tu te ka tia ni khan lo boi puya visa ti thei vela India visa hon vela khan pandemic la khan rei lo te hon lai oma ta khan zawa khan ka u chuan lo ti saka chuan thona ticket po zawa book the ticket. Yeah, he paid the ticket first.
Yeah, but I paid him back.
Chuan zawa khan ticket lo lak saka
I paid for my ticket twice.
Chuan voi ni na to ni cho voi khat na ka jo choi thon to voi ni na sang ni le som ni pakhata October ni sari vel ani mo ti kan ti fel khan chuan zawa ka u chuan lo ti fel sakta chuan ke mang ka ron throi chawang ate ka u chuan kan sei deuh tawang o chuan in an pahnih khan ron thlok chho dun tur an ti ta ni chuan Canada an thlok chho ve ve nga ani hi an khuwa tangin Washington a thlonga Washington tangin Canada in munga Canada tangin ti kan an thlok chho tur khan ita mai ro chu ka u kha Canada thlenga mi ron phone in nu ka mu zo lo ti chuan ama hi ka phone ve le chuan anin mu thelo in bota a ron thlo san to mai ro ka tia ani hi a ticket ka Washington chuan lo delay flight delay ta ni khat hotel an dan delay ta chuan Canada thlo do chuan ni kha Amsterdam lama Netherlands lama thlok ta chuan Netherlands tangin Delhi a ron tuma Delhi a ka u chu ni khatin ron tum ma le se ti khan a ron throi tu pa chu na ron thlen khalta ni chu ka u chuan aizol ron thlen khalta ni khatin ka u chu ka lo mok theng ani ka lo mok theng boka tu ka a throi tu pa in ron thlen khal ta Delhi a khan kan boila ka soi tel lok ka duwa Delhi a khan in zandar khat vela ron thlenga chuan ticket USA tanga ka uina chu akat saksa vek Delhi to Mizoram ak domestic flight akat saksa vek kha a ticket kha aron tlai wangin anang ta si lo kha kat le ngai si mel thet nei si lo ti ngai na the to si lo kha Delhi khan airport a khan trap ta ni zan lai dar khat le chan ve vela 1:30 am in the morning ya she called me and cry trap ta chuan trap su vai ho bula khan vai ho hi ka bulan lo ka
They had point guns at me.
Si lai keng te bon lo kala ti lau si airport bula thu ticket kat de da tu pok re to lo tia tapa ti khan ma se van le thlak te ven tu thleng po hian hei kan thret chok thelo lung le mi te hian tia mizo nu pathum a mu ta hlau ata chuan Delhi chuan awa betok mizo in diem atia on tia mizo na ma kal dona ti ngai nak thre to lo tia chu mi te pathum chu an thlak chu kan neya ma se mark san vo wangin tu tinga ti kan thete lo leng pui airport a chon long thu te poka sil ma se ma ka mu wang khana boi thlak e man mani kan thet chuak zo to lo tu na hian min lo hu hlau chuan min lo contact thei phe sel chu lo bang ve wang long thu a khan pa sil na hun kan nei to lo an lo boi pui veka a top te ka top sun te ti khan vai ho bula kan thian nu ni hi an te ti khan an lo boi puya leng pui airport thleng an ron chuai chawani khan mi te khan an ron boi pui vek mizo nu pathum an nia nu fel deuh deuh lung lei khuan ti che kan the the chu tiang chuan bai vai deuhin ka uina lo thlen kha se bai vai deuhin ron thleng ani chu
mizo chanpui tu an hmule zel te chu alom om hle mai tro So Rose, you came to Mizoram. Mizoram is different from America. Everything's changed. How do you cope with that change?
Back in America, my coping mechanism was always play music.
Yeah.
Not just on my headphones. I play the cello, the piano, the guitar. Like, I had access to these instruments, and now I don't. So my best way to cope with it is that I just write a lot. I play my flute when I feel really sad, and I just try to keep reminding myself that anytime you start over in life, you're going to be faced with obstacles and changes, and I'm enjoying it, honestly. Like, I'm enjoying learning new things and being different, and just, you know, this is life. We're born to live, and that's what it feels like for me. It feels like I'm actually living my life.
Yeah.
When I'm an old woman, I won't have a regret, so I'm good with that.
Yeah. Ola ti chuan har sa tak chungin Mizoram chu ron thleng ta hlol mai ni tiro chuan eng chu chung ti khun lai vel nge ni
Mizoram thlen tak hi ni song pasari November da khat le mi song panga vel ni karing aw leng pu airport au tumo
nikum
nikum sang ni song ni pakhat ni chu cha chan an thlenga leng pu airport a khazuk mok ve a chuan chun deuh mem lo thlen
chuan in khwa a Tuipui D a chuan
Tuipui D kan thlen ni kan chen lo ai zo la hian zan li vel kan ria ka ringa chuan Tuipui D a sumo in กันหอบเพย์เวลเนี่ยตัวปีเดียว
จวนอินเจียงดุนค่ะไม่ตีน่ามีจุดตาจวน
เจียงดุนค่ะ
ที่จวนอินในกันทันทีพาสตอร์มาอินในอังจีค่ะอินในที่รัวที่จุดที่กางไง
เกาชันที่ขันอินในดวงเขาจนเกาชันมิ่งเสียเตียงไงเสียอามาฮีคุตาบัตติสเวทเท่านี้จวนเกาชันเตียงมิ่งกันทันเสียกเวียกันทันเกาชันกันเนี่ยลมหลุดนั่นเต็มหม้อเตียงค่ะกันในเวียส่วนจบจิ๋วได้วินามาเห็นในสมนิประคัด December ค่ะ Tuesday เนี่ยส่วนคำนี้อินเลยค่ะการเปลี่ยนนี่ Tuesday เว้ยเนี่ยในสมนิประคัดที่อภิเลยอามาอันบาร์เดนนี่บอกว่าจิ๋วเขาจวนนี้จบจิ๋วได้ค่ะน่าดูแต่ทุกเสียส่วนพาสปอร์ตกันเบียก็ที่ขันจบจิ๋วได้วินจู่ก็ชนะมินล้อมรู้แต่ทุนงานกันเนี่ยเบียกินห้องไงในเทกันนี่เราบางครั้งพาสปอร์ตกันอยู่แล้วกันนี่นักกันที่ไม่เทงินที่ค่ะอารูกินที่ตัวไม่ยังช่วงแต่ตักบ่สมงามเราวินอารูกินอินาพาสปอร์ตเขาวินนี่สมนิประคัดดิเซมบาร์คันขายอินฟวนแต่จดตาส่วนพาสปอร์ตมินฟวนตีระจนอันนั้นละมาโคตรแต่พอที่ขันชิลงานดีบางมินโคตรแต่พออันนั้นละมาจนกันในเรื่อง
โคตรอินในที่ point ที่เฟลตัวอันนี้มิเจ้าจนปุยภาษากันในดอนินกันช่วงที่อัปไลกันอินทีร์ง่ายๆตาเนี่ยถ้าข้าเงี้ยนังดีปะอินปะนี่ไอนินสวยเร็มนั่งเงี้ยช่วงเตะหันอินร้อนเตะข้าอย่างข้าเอาเวรเงี้ย
เวฟอนมังเองกับปลายาอูฮีกันดีละเอริกาhis brother I asked Eric for it and มันมิเจ้าอินกันเนี่ย has to pay dollars so man kan na ya dollar riat vela ni ta ni khang lai khan cheng za nga vel kha dollar riat veli man an ya ka tia erika nain le ngai hi ne ma tia uin jon poisa ron thon je boi thak ro se khan lo pe me ro se man tur ka tia ma se apelova pe ta mizoram ka pe ta silova ichung te man hi ka pe jok me yang atia ka chu ka u zawa USA mi ron so pui tu nên phải chọn anh nhớ là mấy千mà anh phải ngay là vậy à mà sẽ mà nó là xem dọc ta này chứ $100 khá là bé chọn $1 for grandma $1 khá là bé pi chọn who else
aunties
cái này $1 khá $2 nga $1 riết ama man po pe thlap ani chu man nei thlap tin nei chu amana pe tlak
$5
ที่จวนมิโซรามาเขาปุยปนนี่เราที่ละจงกำมวยเรานี่เราจะทิ้งตังมั่วตุยปุยเดียอันนี้คนสวีตนกนกกันที่คันคงเองกี่มาดังลำโดนนั่นนี่เราเจนนัชินเลยเราเขาสักนัชินเนี่ยจวนกันอินาเตสิกเลซ่าเท่านี้ดังลำโดนเนี่ยทินกันอินเทียร์นัจงจ้างเตปอเองกี่มาดังลำโดนนัช่วงเขาสักพุ่งจงข้างอาคารนินชอมตีเมลเตอติลังชินมหันชอมตีเวียวนั่นเตอติลังชินมมีหูเทดูเลชัดยังเทดู
เนี่ยมาที่จักเอ็มจักเอ็มที่ไม่ยังสิโซสโตรตุ้มเวลุตุกโมอารมณ์เซนติราจวนเองที่ไงตัวเล่นมันด่านะใช่ไหมฉันจะให้เตียงสร้างเราที่มันยินไทยป่าไว้ขั้นมาละมังไงเราเนี่ยไว้ขั้นมันนานเนี่ยส่วนรินได้เห็นนะเฟล่ากันสวยเราลองกับอุปนารอนเอ็นเท่ากับเรื่องนั้นก็ได้เฮ้อะไรรอนหูเท่ากับเรื่องกับอุจอุปน USA คุมสมนิจงอันนั้นมาcitizenshipในตัวเนี่ยอารมณ์ก็ละตัวที่เขาหนุนจุกันเทโลนที่ไม่เนี่ยว่าแต่กันเราเห็นไหมกับเราเลยสักปาร์ซันมั่วอย่างข้างที่มาเสกันนู้นจุนนี่เวลว่าเราแค่ngaเตปมีเหรอตบไปอินตบเนี่ยขัดยังตุ้มเวข้านี่เวชใช่ไหมส่วนปัญหาที่ไม้ผีตัวระเดียไม้ผีด่างอินซิตีร์ไม่ยะมาปนอะไรไม่น่าเตียงเจ้ากันในทะเลไม่เตี้ยขัดยังข้าอย่างที่มันอินซิตีระอินเทียนมาเตปนี่ใช่ไหมตุ้มเวมาเอเลอินโปกันส่วนข้างไรซ์ฮีเราต้องปันนิบิกเราคุตาไรซ์ที่ทุนมาเสียอามาชิมชิมาเห็นไรซ์ดูเราเตะไล่ทั้งกระชุ่มเดินไรซ์ก็ตีเสียเสียมันติ้งว่าตั้งแต่มาเสียตุ้มเวจังไรซ์พอลุยเวไม่ยาที่ขันใบอันใบมิจฉาจะไม่ดูเดี๋ยววันนี้เวก็สวยกิมเทเราที่ขันลุยเวเจ้าละ culture สุกไล่กันสวยตะกัดจนกันสวยแทงตลอดเลยละบวยทักเดี๋ยวนะจู mizo chu hey lo in ko thuak mai te entina now I pai to em tia pum lo chul mai te kan ching ta ni tam ta thingtlang a chuan kan tile zolanga thingtlang a chuan sa prong thiam te kan lo tam lova zaizir ten lo bian ma khata khan a pum va khoya now I pai to em tia lo khoi te kan ma kha ni tan chuan in nge ni thil moi lo de an du lo zok tak te lo ni ve thin khatiang ve la kha thil boi thak deuh chu tam ve a chuan cultural lampang cultural shock ai san tam tak chu tok ve cái khăn mấy mizo cái nên ti đàn năng he riết thiam lo trên ông ngor kan soi te lo ngay chung có thi lan gì xe cái chung có liền cái nem mizo chu big family anh chu kum song balin ni tanga mani sang anh cái này nào ông á thỉnh tlang chung có liền cái nào te chung có ngot po chung có member pasari ni cái nào te jong po kan ule ka pa cái kan nom ta chuan artui plate ten kan lo ne ya bong te ka long ten kan lo la tình bôi đòn sẽ phi chảo bom sẽ cần luôn thế nào cái thing em deal vết lộc sẽ này ngâm lộc khát mặc khoi ngâm lộc khát tiếng kha sẽ thiềm cái nó tắm tạc vào sẽ thiềm lộc cái tiếng phải mới thiếu tế tiếng hi cái tiếng hát cultural shock tắm tạc cái này về
Rose, what is the hardest thing you face in Mizoram?
I don't know. Probably not being very good at speaking the language yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, probably not speaking the language as good as I want to.
Trong ala thiam lo, trong thiam na hun po hi ala liam lo tharai lo te chaw helai hun ala omania. Trong a thiam lo hi Mizoram shom ati chan pakhat chu ala ni a. You'll learn it soon.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
I want to say something on that. Mizo sap trong thiam rang pon ti me yang trong thei ve rang pon a kan lo in kom ta te nang ka thin pa ta he no sap trong thiam em ta Mizo trong a kan trong tlata a riat ve lo khan she a feeling something to mean like many people's like they were teacher or they can speak English but
yeah if they speak English,
speak in Mizo trong and she didn't know yet.
Yeah, if people take the time to if you speak English and you take the time and stop being shy, let's get that out of the way. We're family now. So if you take the time to talk to me and I get to know you, it's easier for me to understand the language. Like I'm facing so many different hurdles here, like so many barriers, like lifestyle's different, time zone is different. It's nighttime in America when it's daytime here. Food is different, language is different, everything's different. If everybody's too shy to talk to me, and I can't speak their language, it's not helpful for me, but you know, it's okay if you don't want to, but just don't feel shy. I mean, I'm trying to learn too.
English kan trong thei pon English in the sam se ti kha ka ngen na ni chu tu pon ni se English tem te kan trong thei pon alom lu tu kan ni English se te setan po hian ni
So trong chu azir ve
parin tho ma se an thiam ve reng arin le a riat te pona Mizo tronga an ke min belui tlat te kan pani chaw kan om lai kan thian ten no kala Mizo trong li ra min be te English in thiam reng sia ngay tiếng Mizo trong thế này trong các cái về thầy này mà ati thìn các tiếng khác sẽ ông ati thìn này chứ Mizo hiền English tia em lo hiền sao khác lo cái bộ cái thiếm lo English cái thiếm này lo nè mà sẽ cái nhìn sẽ tôn thầy cái đủ cái xoay đồn thầy khác này mấy cái nhìn sẽ thiếm thân chuyên giải riêng nè thì khán ati thầy vết har sao lo cái kan thiam chun chuna khanin khatenga an biak khana anu mati ni chu bera.
It's like the Cherokee language. There's no translation for Cherokee language. My brother actually told him in order to marry me he had to learn how to speak Cherokee.
Cherokee.
Yeah. So but there's no way for him to learn Cherokee unless my brother teaches him.
Okay.
And so there's no way for me to learn Mizo tongue unless people take the time and say something to me in English, then they say it in Mizo tongue, then they say it in English again. So like kind of or 2 times Mizo tongue, 1 time English. So that way I kind of know what you're saying. But it's like Cherokee. There's no translation, which is great. It's good that there's no translation. Or I would have studied it before I got here, but there was no way for me to do that.
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, he did. He helped me a lot.
le pana kan zot le photanga sap mingo chu mizo ni lo mingo kan ti how to sap kan ti vek me American an ni mo English ni mo rosi han sap kan ni lo sap ti ka do lo hi ati ni ka sha chu enge han spinan chil fat hengem
yeah ka atira po hian mizoramak alo kalma de hian Facebook comment vela hian sap an thin ni enge sap je te ka soya European te western shim mizo jong sap kan ti vek vun ngo hi chu ka tia sap kan ni lo hi ti de burra sap ni hi du lo tribal kan ya te native American ni ta Cherokee Sioux mizo jong Sioux kan ti me SIOUX so namani ta mani hi
Sioux, Shawnee, Cherokee, Cheyenne.
Ka mi pali sa pol khanita chuan api le anula ma pi le hi German ane chu bang German thi sen
12% German.
12% German ani chu DNA test be ka ti kan DNA test kan 12% German oma apa ka chu Red Indian kan ti me mi zo chuan Red Indian ania ama hi chuan apa phi hi chu ala pure ta anula ma khan German polom le ka pa la ma chuan in 100% Red Indian ita chuan apa hi alukal ma lok ninga 17 November
Oh wait, what?
was your dad died maybe like 5 days before you leave America.
Yeah.
Ninga ve la rong kalma lo kana pa hi bora la tiang chu nia Red Indian nia apa hi chuang khop mai tiang chu de mai na taom dan chu je an ha tho kan soi lo ngai khulam pang ha kan soi sak lo nga ama hi welder ania Medcore company chu farm equipment balance siam thina JCB te mo tractor te bridge te khatiang yang pu kan ta chon Medcore company chon welder in a thok thina chuan Medcore company thon huwa Newman company a thok le ya welder thawin chin ma chon le khabu zia ka lekin akhan nia display pon internet akhan lo zong ula Bad Dreams and Coffee by Rosegrave tika aka dollar som pakate mo chau khania alei theya
ale khabuzia chu
ale khabuzia sang ile som pakat sang som pakhan mi publish ka khatia to lo ta khan lei theina o manga Bad Dreams and Coffee tika le ka bute je via chuan nia thili ti tam via ben ate po best guitarist nia
music lam pang te po
chuan tattoo artist ne ki po min chut saka tattoo artist ania ma hi tattoo te thiama chuan
modeling lam pang te kha
modeling po tia ma sa modeling ti dana kha thala khatan thalak modeling tiang te kha ti via
Animal rapper.
chuan rapper ni boka
Yeah.
ative nual a fel ve mai mo
Everything.
The psychologist bachelor ania han degree te po site de chu nei ve ati chabe
ani chu tin comment sa social media han lu le tai la comment sa khan sab wak vai ti te po kha noi mi ni mo kha kha chu ani cha lo tin ani mo chu
avak vai em ka shetsia vak vai lo tu ra jong ngai ai
na tho nei na tho mu mal tak nei mani in chom thei
avak vai ti du chon vak vai ve do na lai chu nei ve mo chan chu ama hana ti sola visa lak ma havin thona ticket akata chuan a fel ve thei mei tu ranga sang ni som ni September ni som ni ve bor ade ka chiang to lo atan thona ticket akata atum ve to pa in chu a thian te a pe a ti khan a chuak kringota local le thei si lo khan khulaya chuanin ta tang khang ve hotel ate le a u te fina ti khan silif with
Myself.
Her brother before he came
Yeah,
here.
right before I came here.
Then a u bulate ava ta lo ti khan avak vai ti du jan avak vai ti ni me ya ma chu heng la avak vai satlian ni le la khulaya ina pe to sia akar ta ka chu akar SUV ber chu a hral lova a kol renga airport thleng kalamang du se airport a kada to panga karong ka san me yang atia ma se a uin kalo ne yang atia ti khan a local thleng zona kar pa khata chu la mang ve
ani chuan America chuan ei zon na het mo ei zon na mumal tak nei mani po in chom the ni in khang a ei zon na zong zong kal san khan mangaihna wang na ron pan che ni ni ber me chu ti ro mangaihna kong hi ngaihnawm riau mai ni
it's all because of that it's all because of love
it's all because of love you came all the way from America that's great that's a great love story
Thank you.
chuan social media hang an lut le boka nga YouTube te po ani theya Facebook te po ani theya an thalak alo omta a American nula in Tuipui D sap nzo tlangval aron nei ti kha ni deu to pa online game hangnan tong ti kha ni le to pa kha mi zo na kan shat chin kha ania in soifia to ai nin ton dan te po ma se kan ti ang kata ang comment sa tam em me ni soile soi nu char han nuam lo deu te ril ru te po han tin tur deu wong thil te po a omta ni how do you react with those comments? There are many comments about compliments or bad comments.
Sucklow, isn't it?
Zaklo.
Sucklow.
say more
Yeah, say more.
So okay. Like I said at the beginning,
Yeah.
He was shy to talk to me, so he started talking to me through games, educational games.
Yeah.
Intelligence is attractive to me. So when people make comments and remarks based off of gossip and things they don't understand, or things they have no idea, you know, the definition behind certain things and why it is the way that it is, I don't feel any way toward them. Like I'm living my life. I'm living my life, and I'm proud to be myself. I'm proud to be an indigenous woman of America. I'm proud to have Chief Setting Bull on my neck. I'm proud to be a red Indian in India. I'm proud that I came here to marry the man of my dreams. I love him. I love him. My dad loves him. My brother loves him. Everybody loves him. You know, he's a good man. And so, I mean, when people say comments, I appreciate it. It's like, thank you. But when they say like mean things, it's like, I don't feel bad or good. I just wish that they knew more for their own sake, because like they really sound uneducated when they talk like that. Like when they say stuff like, oh, she's on vacation, she ran out of money and married somebody here. That, man, I laughed so hard, man. I don't know. I don't know who said it, but whoever said it, y'all made me laugh so hard that night. And that's the story. You know, that story is better than our story, so I'm gonna go with that one. Sucklow.
Tuna so yang khan ama ngai poen zo jong te shethiam in char thiam no ma se hi pasal hian ninge mo chen social fia ve thina an thalak andara an chanchin andara comments tam taka oma chena chuan lom om te pu ka ti a te comments te pu kha lo a chen khata chuan lom om ati thu asoya ma se comments chawak lo te kha chu thil shat chan lo wang te kanina dik tak te a phena thil om te kan shin shat chan lo wanga comments om te kha chu aril ru nat ve thu te po asoya in American red Indian ani te po aza pui lo thu te asoya ni. So Rose, you don't want to be called sap.
I'm not sap.
You're not sap.
No.
Say, can you tell me more about that?
Well, okay, when people say sap, they think privilege. They think white society. They think money. My family, I mean, you have Mizo people that walk around with very white skin. They're still Mizo. My father is red. My mother is red. My people are red. And we're getting killed in America. We're getting killed. It's not safe for us. We have no food. We pushed onto a land where we can't make money. We have no life. They're poisoning our water. They've stolen our land. They've taken. We were just like Mizo people. We're just like Mizo people. We're brothers. We're just like you. We worship like everything and praise God. We are very spiritual people. If you call me sap, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna chase you down and say, don't call me that. But understand that I'm not white. I'm not white. I have pale skin. But that's like me calling him Mexican. Just because he's got dark skin. I mean, my culture is Red Indian. I'm a Red Indian. I'm a Native American. I'm Cherokee. I'm Sioux. I'm Shawnee. Cheyenne. I'm not a sap. And I didn't come from privilege. I didn't come from money. I've been working since I was 14 years old. My ancestors been killed. Like they killed my people. There's very little of us left. So to be called sap and white, yeah, it's offensive.
Yeah, it's
At first, because you see me and you think sap, that's okay. I won't be offended. But when I tell you I'm Native American, respect me, because I respect you as Mizo and I love you. Native American people, we love you. We love everybody. We're lovers. We're lovers of the world. We love the nature. We love the animals. We love fellow brothers and sisters that are human. We love the water, Father Sky, Mother Earth. We're Native American people. We're not sap. We're just like you, but only the difference is that our land was stolen and then we were killed. That's the only difference. We don't come from money. We don't have money. We're lucky to be alive.
Native American and Red Indian and tribal mizo te po tribal in the ang che hang keni po kulai kon tribal kan dia mizo tin chuan in an na kong tam taka kan nei ani ti hi a soi chin fo ani tu na ngai po khan ron soi chhuak le ani chuan Taitea lekhabu te po azyak ti ti ro tu na kham a lekhabu ja min kha khoi min shil le thengem
Bad Dreams and Coffee.
Bad Dreams and Coffee. Author Rose Graves. What about that book? Or what story or something?
It's a collection of stories. It's honestly, it was just the first book that I published. I have many others, but I just never got them published. It's 20 different short stories. They're all bad dreams that I had, like nightmares, and I thought, hey, this would be cool to kind of turn this nightmare into like a moral story. So it's like a psychological thriller. It teaches like psychological lessons in life, but it also is spooky, like ghosts and goblins and creepy things of the night. So.
Yeah, we have that book in the house, but we didn't bring here.
So late in
yeah, in Amazon, in the
Amazon
internet. Yeah.
Lekhabu masaber te po late in anaya publish date to ama experience anun atchanga athil to na changa azia ani lekhabu chu. So Rose, how do you see Mizoram, the environment, the climate, and of course the Mizo people?
Oh man, you guys are my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I see you the same. We're equal. The difference is that I'm so impressed to see a people who is like a pure tribe, not defeated by the British, not defeated by the Europeans. Like nobody came in and killed you, and you guys are thriving, and your land is beautiful, and your children are smart. Oh my God, the children here are so smart. Like there's little kids here, like 11 years old, and they're like riding motorcycles, driving. They're like, and they know how to spell words that 12th graders in America are learning how to spell, and they're like 11 years old. And I'm like, wow, 12th graders meaning grade 12, like class 12. And you got kids that 11 years of age spelling the same kind of vocabulary. So it's the children are exceptionally smart. This is exactly what the Red Indians were saying in America. The native people, we say, you can't focus on everything that's going to stimulate you, and everything's not about convenience. Don't cut down all your land and build a bunch of cement forest. It's not it's not good to have too many cities. We live here with the wild. We live here with the earth. And when I come to Mizoram, I can breathe.
Yeah.
There's trees. There's oxygen. There's wild animals. I met an owl, and he was beautiful, and I called him Jareth. And the children here, they're so peaceful. They love each other. They love each other's brothers and sisters. They treat each other the way that my people acted. You guys act the same way that the Red Indians act. For real. The only difference is that I'm not confined here to a space. You're not confined to a space. You're allowed to go out and be free and grow as people. But you respect the land, and I love that. I love you guys. I love the Mizo people.
Thank you.
Come a night, Jay.
Mizoram chu nom ati hle mai mo chu Mizoram alo thlenga boruak athiang him atia thingkung antama boruak thiang lim hani wangwang mai te kha nuam atia tin ahmu phak china an omna te Mizo nau pang ahmu phak chin an fing an smart lekha an thiam thir sakor no pangte te na thir sakor khal an thiam te kha mu nom atia an mani nam American Indian red Indian how khosak dan ke mani nam khosak how dan ni kong tam taka ain an thu te suya nuamati in atang len ngal hle me ni in kom pon nuam hle me top lam kan nai tonga taite kha engem mo han viewers te clear tu te share ta na soidu shim shim nei te min han soi sak thengem
nia soi tur vak po ka sa chuang lawa nia pangai soi le soi no machine thau kha in nei ani machine kha kan ni mei khan ka sia tiang vak khan in ka lo vak lo ma se mi tam tak min du sak tu hi kan tonga chuan pan ni DC in na thial DC hi kini VC lama kan tho ve wangin DC ten he tianga khotang lampanga kanin po ve kan no ve mo karon lom ve don te Sunday ya man lo chungin mizo pon te ron pe ve ron kal khata tang khan kan viral ta vak khan ya DC po ba man ve ten te Sunday ya ahun all ve te man lo chungin Sunday ya ron kal ve lok khan ya chuan khatiang wang khan ti hian ya kan viral la theng khat the chuan in enge midang namna ne I compare ang chi mo enga mo khatiang soite po kha thina mai ro chu tu po hin ila ke ka ngai dan chuan machine pathian in du ta ka siam te kan ne tu mai mi fel kan om lawa mi thabi kan om lawa ango mo adu mo tu mai chi thabi kan om hi ka shelawa machine a chuan machine kan ne kan ngai chuan kan nei the tur me ya kan ka ngaya ani po kai ngai zon da kan soi tong khan ni thang ai tho ang ka tia sa pa ni mo ni lo mo red indian ni mo ni lo ka ngai to chong la machine ang khan ka treat me ya ka ti chan ngai kom to ne wa chan ni mangai thei ti kha ka sia chu long chan mi la mangai tho ang ka ten mangai kha ni me ya ka te ngan machine kan machine hi chu in mangai thei lo wa nam do na mo ni ngor kan soi bele lok to jong ka thinu hian ha mi tam tak min rol nang chi te comments te hi ka chiar chua sak ve ngen soi hi ti ve chuan le thian ten an screenshot min lo thon om lo thei lo wa khatiam chi khan enge hi ti thina America chon ron chuk zo ka che in le tu ma min soi pi om si lo wa ti thina le mi zo te hi karina in racist tiang chi mo he tiang hi nia kan ka dem chuang lo tu ma soi tu te hi mai ro chu ti lo về đâu thì chút thalo mo ti kha kan soi ve ni chu mi sing thau han ni en dan lu tu ka hi mo chu te chu ni đâu me nam dang te mi ngai dan po kan racist te ka mi ngai chon an o nom lo ka tan po tan na ve tung mai na pui te bula po ni cha hang tuk lo chi big si lo wa long jan kan racist lem lo chu long chen racist so tlang ang u ti kha ka sai du an ni chu mình nói đem tempo các thiểm vết thầu châu em mà in thiểm ấm lộ xuống lộ nha xuân được đấy
anh nụ bắt chung trang hiền in tít tầm em vang he program hi buat sai kan ni chen khata chuan in ngai dan te po lo ni lo me thia sap ngai san wang ti kha thil om thei ani thil om thei lian bir ania chu ai ma karon pholan du chu an in mangai na thon thu an in mangai na kong har sat na tam takara mail tam tak dana in mangai nu pa in siam an ni kan lom pui em I an chan chin kan soi dana po hian film khorila ti hi kan du dan le an mani du dan po ani chuang khati zong kha tun chuma kan program han thei chu ni